Did you know that 90% of people who try to lose weight ultimately regain it back? Studies show that 1 in 10 people are actually able to go through a weight loss transformation and keep it off long term. Now, I wanted to make this video because I saw this stat come up the other day and I was extremely surprised about it, but I think there's really like 5 big categories or reasons why this number is so high and why people are not able to lose weight. So my hope with this video is that you watch it and maybe either find some kind of motivation to continue on with your weight loss transformation, or it helps you to see that there are maybe easier strategies to apply to help you lose the weight and keep it off long term, because there's no doubt that losing weight and keeping it off is going to improve your life. It's possibly going to extend your lifespan and just improve the quality of it. But I just think like, dude, that's actually really a bummer that many people have trouble losing weight. And I also, this video is not going to be like, yeah, you need to be like more of a tough guy and like you're being a pussy. The fact that 90% of people try to lose weight and can't says a lot of things about society and our diets in general and like how we're trained to be as humans. So in today's video, I'm going to just go over some of these studies that I found and then just talk about, like I said, 5 reasons that I think are the biggest reasons why people are not able to lose weight and keep it off. Let's go. How many people are able to lose weight and keep it off? Wow, that's crazy. So I got a number because I searched for how many people lose weight and keep it off, and it said 1 in 10 people will successfully lose the weight and then keep it off long term, which is more than 5 years. So as you can see here, while a substantial number of people attempt weight loss, the percentage who successfully lose weight and keep it off long term is relatively small. Estimates vary, but research suggests that only a minority of individuals, potentially as low as 1% to 20%, are able to maintain significant weight loss for an extended period of time. Another reason for this is the number might be 20% because that's how many can sustain it for 1 year. When you get to 5 years, that number might be 10%. And when you get to 20 years, being able to keep that weight off forever, that's usually like 1% is what it looks like they're saying here. So whether it's 80% or 99% of people who can't keep off their weight loss long term, that's still a huge number. So here are the biggest things that I think play a factor in that. Number 1, no system. I don't care if it's doing a 10-minute workout per day. If you don't have something easy and understandable that you can plug into, you are probably not going to be consistent. Because let's face it, the modern human, no matter what country you're in, has a ton of responsibilities every day. We got to work, got to feed our families, we're stressed out about bills, our future, school. Then you get to the end of your day or when it's time to exercise and you're like, you get all flustered and you're like, I don't know. Like, obviously it's going to take a lot of time for you to find a workout to do. If it's not laid out for you, you're probably not going to follow it. Just like if I wanted to learn piano, if I don't have like a 3-month learn piano guide with me, I'm probably not, I might like look a YouTube video up one day and be like, how do I learn piano? And then I'll probably not go back to it the next day. So the solution we have for this is I just made a video actually how a step-by-step guide how to go from 30% to 10% body fat. I literally tell you what meals you should be eating in that video. I tell you exactly what workouts to do and how frequently per week. So go check that video out. But I feel like a lot of people just don't lose weight because they don't have an easy to follow system that they can plug into. Number 2, people don't lose weight because if they're being honest with themselves, they don't actually care. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. I think that we, especially in this social media era, we kind of condemn people for being overweight. Like, oh, they don't have discipline. Like for guys, it's like, oh, that's like a soft doughboy. Like he doesn't really have motivation. He's a pussy. He doesn't care. When in reality, I really do think there are people who just don't give a shit about having a 6-pack. Like, dude, at the end of the day, if your whole identity is tied to having a 6-pack and having this perfect lifestyle, I don't know, man. I think you're a loser. What I'm saying is, okay, look, dude, you're not a loser. I'm just saying if your whole life is about how you look, that's a very shallow life to live. And I think there's a lot of happy people who are a little bit overweight and they don't really care. So I think a lot of these stats make it seem like all of these people who are trying to lose weight, it's like, oh, they can't, they end up regaining it because they just don't have enough discipline. I think a large majority of the people who end up gaining weight back is because they just don't care and there's not a pressing reason to get in shape. If you're a fighter and you have to make weight, the motivation to lose weight is obviously there. Dude, I'll use myself as an example. I make YouTube videos with my shirt off, so I have an external motivation to stay lean and to keep losing weight. If I didn't have a YouTube channel, then maybe I would gain a little bit of weight because I wouldn't have that thing every day that's motivating me like, no, dude, you have to be in shape. Number 3, you could just keep getting injured. I see a lot of people, I mean, dude, even myself right now, I'm injured and I'm a very active, what I would consider healthy person, but injury can ruin a lot of people's weight loss progress. Look, if something happens to your lower body or your upper body and you are not able to do the movements necessary to burn calories, then eating in a calorie deficit is going to be much harder, and it's going to be harder for you to maintain that weight loss long term. So one thing I would definitely focus on is making sure I'd go to the doctor. I would change your diet if needed. We have bunch of videos on that. Before you think about losing a bunch of weight, you should think about making sure that you are not getting injured with that process as well. So if you are overloading and doing too much all at once and you keep injuring yourself, go back to basics. Do like 5 to 10 minutes of jump rope per day and start to get your body immune to movement and being able to move consistently without getting injured. Number 4, some people gain the weight back because they're just doing it alone. Again, this comes down to motivation. When you have a buddy or you're on a sports team or you have a gym buddy who's like shown up to the gym at 6 a.m. and you guys are supposed to meet, I do think it's easier to keep the weight off. Or for example, if you're married to someone who also is on a weight loss journey and you can motivate each other, I think that's good. If you're someone who's trying to do this and you're totally alone, or even worse, you live with a bunch of people who are not trying to lose weight and they're trying to tempt you with food, it's going to be hard to not regain that weight just because you have a lot of temptation in your living area. So if you're trying to go on a weight loss journey, find a group of friends. Dude, join the Jarity app. We have our accountability and coaching forum in there. That's like the VIP zone for people to talk about their weight loss transformation, their successes, but also their struggles. Like, why can't I lose weight? And, again, I think having a community just makes the process a lot better. The last reason why a large portion of people are not able to maintain their weight loss is because there is a small percentage of the population, and I mean small. It is small, but it is true. There are people who genetically cannot lose weight and have some sort of disease. The number of people who cannot lose weight because they're eating too much is astronomically high. That's the real reason. What I'm saying is I hear a lot of people saying like,
oh, I'm genetically predisposed to like gain weight.
No, dude. In 99% of cases, it's literally because you're not in a calorie deficit. You are eating too much food and you are not moving your body enough. As simple as that. However, there is people that exist out there, thyroid issues or other diseases that do prevent them from actually losing weight or losing it as fast as someone else. So although I don't like to make that excuse a lot, I feel like a majority of people can lose weight and keep it off through their diet and lifestyle habits. There still is a percentage of people who, no matter how hard they try, will probably not be able to lose weight. So let's talk about it, dude, in the comments. These kinds of videos get me fired up because I don't really love talking about the how weight is lost. Like, dude, workout, food, like that stuff I've been talking about forever. But what really interests me is the mindset behind why we are able to lose weight and get fit or not get fit. So I like to make videos like this just to talk about certain stats that are out there and maybe why those stats are occurring. And again, I'm also not a scientist either. Like, I'm not the person on YouTube who's going to look through a bunch of scientific studies. I like to talk about it from my own experience and what I see from coaching people and just existing in 2025. And if you need a jump rope, check out this link because those are the best jump ropes you're going to find on the internet for fitness and weight loss. That's all I got for today. Let's talk about it in the comments, and I'll see you guys soon.